Hello and welcome to a very special episode. Now I would like to introduce you to Frida. She is Sheilab's cousin. Now Frida has a very messy farm, as you can see. She hasn't even opened her parsnips or read her mail. This is because Frida doesn't really like doing farming. No. What Frida likes doing is fishing. Now, the reason I made Frida was because I was really struggling with the fishing for Sheilab. So I thought, well, how about I'll make a little account, a little new game, and I will just go and practice some fishing because I totally sucked at it. Now, I know from reading around some of the forums and things that there are people who are really struggling with fishing. So I thought I would make a tiny little tutorial. And this is not a tutorial for anyone who's very good at fishing. This is a tutorial for people who can't catch any fish at all. And as a result, can't get anything for the community centre, really struggling. Really can't do anything at all. Okay. So if you're awesome at fishing already, you're not going to learn anything from me here. Okay, so Frida, she comes out every morning and she does some fishing. And that's what I've been doing with her. So, Frida's about to show you how Sheilab does her fishing. So the first thing Sheilab does is she doesn't bother maxing her meter out. So when you sort of first left click, you've got your fishing rod selected. And you just hit it, and you just cast out. And that was totally rubbish. So that's how Sheilab would fish. And then Sheilab would miss the fish. Okay, so what Frida's going to do is at least try and get some green on her bar. She'll try and get a max if she can, but you don't always get that. I've missed another beep while I was talking. So she's hit it. And this is how Sheilab tries to catch a fish. What Sheilab does is she hits her left mouse button and she holds it down and chases the fish that way. Now the problem with doing that is that you're going to overshoot the fish and you can't, there's no real good way of bringing it down. Then you want to, you're sort of tempted to release the mouse button and you then will completely lose control because it will bounce off the bottom of the meter. When that green bit goes down, it bounces. Okay, so I'm just going to show you again. Oh, I got a max that time. Wait for a little bit until we get a beep. Oh, we got seaweed. Frida, you need to get better at fishing. So we don't pull up seaweed all the time. Okay, so the idea with the fishing is to do lots of little slow clicks. And one thing that I find really helps if you're really struggling is not to try and perfectly keep the green bar over the fish all the time when it's moving. So like this. You're just clicking a little bit. But you're sort of following the fish. You're not... I'm not doing a good job here. It's a bit better. You can see what I'm doing here is I'm losing control. And the reason that I lost control there was once you get to the point where with the fish you're overshooting it and you're overcompensating and you're getting this sort of pendulum effect going on, you can't do that. And what I find normally helps with that is not to try and go too fast after the fish, is to try and always be a little bit behind it and just have it on the very top of your green bar. So we'll try again and just see if I can catch this one. It's very hard when you're talking. I might have to stop talking while I'm doing the fishing puzzle. I might still be able to get it back. No, as you see, I've completely lost control again. So try one more time. So the idea I'm trying to go for here, and I have been practicing quite a bit. Oh, more seaweed. Is just to keep that fish just at the top of the bar, so that you've always got a little bit of room to maneuver. And there, we caught it, probably because I stopped talking for 5 minutes. So you can see what I did there. I tried to keep the fish right at the top of the bar, and I just clicked little tiny clicks to keep it going up and up and up, and I just slowed down a little bit if I felt that the bar was going past my fish, and that way we have caught ourselves a 4-inch sardine. Woohoo! So hopefully that is a little bit of help for those of you who are really struggling to absolutely catch anything like I was. Just try and keep that in mind, that you need to just be very careful on the clicks. Remember that it's easier to make the bar go upwards by clicking faster than it is to control it coming downwards by clicking slower. I don't know why that is, but that's something I seem to find. And just one little last thing I wanted to show you before I ended this little tutorial was just a little thing to help you that you can buy from Willie's shop. Again. Now this top item here is Trout Soup, and you can see that it'll give you 100 energy, 40 health, and +1 to fishing. Okay, so I'm just going to clear my inventory of a couple of these fish. Very profitable. And I'm going to buy one of these. And it's just so I can really show you what it does, how long it lasts for, all that sort of thing, just in case you're wondering whether it's actually worth it to buy that for 250 gold, which is something you might wonder when you're first starting out. So if you just go into Frida's, if we go into Frida's skills, she has 2 in fishing at the moment. Okay, now if she eats her trout soup, 54 energy added there. She's replenished all her energy, and her skill is now 3. Okay, so if you're someone who's just started out with fishing and you are just pulling up loads of seaweed, like I still seem to be, and you're wanting maybe just, I think it does give you a little bit of an extra catch rate as well, but I'm not sure whether it really does too much to increase your green bar. I don't think that that's something that it really helps with. So if you're finding that you just want to try and get as many goes at getting the fish as possible, as many hits as you can, then I think that trout soup might help a little bit. It lasts you for 5 minutes, so we've already had a minute while I was chatting to you. And it definitely seems to just help you get a little bit more fish, but it doesn't actually help any with the actual mini game puzzle. Unfortunately, that is just going to be down to your skill. So I really hope that this has been helpful to anybody who, as I say, really just cannot fish to save their lives on this game, because I know there are a few people. There are some people who are absolute pros at it, but certainly when I started, I was not one of those people. I really struggled, and you can see that I still am struggling and I still need a bit of practice at it, but with the tips that I've given you, I have started to get more of a feel for the fishing, so hopefully that can help you guys too. Now, if there's any of you that are complete pros at fishing and you have any other tips that I haven't mentioned here, then please feel free to leave them in the comments, because I'm sure that there will be people out there that would really like to know how to fish a little bit better. Okay, so if you've liked the video, then I would love it if you could leave me a thumbs up in the section below, and subscribe to the channel if you so wish. I hope to see you all next time I pop up some Stardew Valleys in my main series with She Lab. But in the meantime, look after yourselves and keep being awesome.